Nick, and this is my Hazezon Tamar deck. So this alteration was done by MJ Scott out of Seattle. She also did the playmat, which you can see in the background. Hazezon has a unique delayed trigger that causes a lot of people to get confused, and it allows you to pull sneaky things like kill him before the trigger happens, and you get a lot of dudes and they don't know why. The theme behind this deck is the power of 2. Most of the creatures have a power of 2, so that Imperial Recruiter, Revelark, they pull double duty. Even the general, when he dies, I can put him in the graveyard and peel him back quickly. Judge Cradle is an obvious inclusion when you're dealing with large quantities of tokens. I have a small number of fetch lands in the deck to help color correct. Not a full suite, but just a few. I have one of my favorite cards in this deck is a Portuguese foil signed Temple Garden. I picked that up at a Pro Tour qualifier in San Jose. We have a Stomping Ground signed. All my shock lands are signed and foiled. And we get to the fun stuff. We have a German black bordered Taiga signed, a German black bordered Plateau, and a where did it go? It's in here somewhere, but there's a German black bordered Savannah. There it is, underneath the foil Dryad Arbor. Signed. I have a thing for German cards. There's a few of them in this deck. A random fetch land that helps. Thawing Glaciers. There's a lot of effects that put multiple lands into play, multiple times a turn. Using this card, untapping it, putting lands into play is key because that's how he gets his tokens. Winding Canyons allows me to, after I have a bunch of mana, at the end of turn, cast him, kill him, and then get the tokens as a surprise gangland assassination. We have a number of Guru basic forests, as I am trying to complete all of the basic lands in this deck, Guru. And the same for mountains. And plains. There's a couple of plains in this deck that are not Guru yet. We have here a German foil Duplicant. Being power of 2, he's easily searchable, and Duplicant is a must-have in pretty much every commander deck. Chroma's Memorial. The one of several ways to give my guys haste in this deck. Because your tokens arrive during your upkeep, they don't have haste. And the surprise gangland assassination needs haste. A German Soul Ring, because every deck has to have one. We're dealing with 1/1 tokens, so Skull Clamp is a auto include. There are numerous arrange the top of the deck effects, plus numerous shuffle effects, so having Scroll Rack, I feel, is better than top. There's a few ways to draw more cards, so having a larger hand, you dig through your deck to find answers quickly. This altered Acidic Slime I got at Armada Games in Tampa, Florida, where Sheldon Menry plays. We have a foil Japanese Genesis Wave, a foil Japanese Oracle of Mul Daya, a foil Japanese Doubling Season, a foil Yavimaya Elder, a foil Chord of Calling, a foil Future Sight, not N12, Rites of Flourishing, a foil Crop Rotation, a F&M Witness, the other witness is in the other deck, a foil Japanese Awakening Zone, a German Renaissance Sylvan Library, a Xbox promo Garruk Wildspeaker, a Journey of Discovery, Seedborn Muse. Being power of 2 is really fun when you Revel Arc in guys and they don't see this coming. Foil Japanese Haro, a foil Regal Force. We're going to spend a minute to talk about this guy. Willow Satyr. Super secret tech. It says tap gain control of target legend. With it having a low power, it's easily searchable, and people do not expect it, and 90% of the time I get a, what does that card do? We have a foil Fauna Shaman, a Legends Concordant Crossroads, Beta Regrowth, a German Exploration, a foil Explosive Vegetation, yay Broccoli, foil Avenger of Zendikar. One of my favorite cards in the deck, a Chinese signed Survival of the Fittest. Foil Prime Time. If the deck's based on lands, why would you not have this guy there? So here we have a foil Japanese Garruk Primal Hunter. And the prize piece in my collection, a Phyrexian Elesh Norn, written in Phyrexian. Foil Crib Swap. Foil Aven Mindcensor. Loyal Retainers. There's a handful of legendary creatures in the deck, and with Survival of the Fittest, you can make Elesh Norn pop out turn 3. True Conviction does double duty. It's very dangerous when you have lots of tokens in play. Foil Karmic Guide falls under the power of 2 and gets really sick with the next card here, Revel Arc, being foil Japanese. You're playing white, you have to have Path to Exile. That is no choice. Here we have an Academy Researcher. I have lots of wonderful enchantments in the deck that he is able to go search. Usually he doesn't see play very often. We have a German Renaissance land tax. Land is important. A German revised Wrath of God. Foil Achromas of Vengeance. Peacekeeper. A lot of people think that this is a bad card in the deck because it stops the red zone. Well, when you're the one that controls the stoplight, it's a broken card. Mentor the Meek. I think I squealed like a small child when this card got printed. After casting Hazezon with the Gaia's Cradle in play, says I draw my deck, and it's fantastic. Speaking of the power of 2 theme, we have the core to that, the Imperial Recruiter, as he does silly things. Again, power of 2, Kiki Jiki, signed foil. Wheel of Fortune, because green doesn't have enough draw cards. A Squee for the Survival and the Fauna Shaman. Mass Hysteria, a wonderful way for more haste. Fury Scope Giant, as one of the cards that is secret tech. With haste, plus my guys, if I don't have a way to pump my guys, he can one-shot people with all the tokens. Der Arger, a German foil Anger. And we get to the fun stuff. I have all the lieges, all 3 of them are Chinese foils. When you have all of the lieges in play, they do obnoxious amounts of damage. Chinese foil Kasali Pride Mage. Vladmir's Call, it's wonderful, it's a creature search card. Naya Charm. Regrow effects are key. This is a graveyard recursion deck. Harmonic Sliver. Searchable enchantment and artifact destruction is really good. You have the Boring Liege. Garruk Teague. There are a lot of spells in this deck that he shuts off, but he pains my opponent first and allows me to set up. Then they kill it, and then I kill them. We have the Green-White Liege. A signed Glare of Subdual. That annoys people. Another fun card, a foil Japanese Mirari's Wake. Knight of New Alara. The tokens that get created with Hazezon Tamar are all 3 colors. So when he's in play, they're 4/4 tokens. Kiki Jiki says they're 7/7 tokens. And when you summon 12 7/7 tokens to the field, you're probably winning. Sarkhanval is one of my other favorite cards in this deck. This is a German foil signed. The English name is on the type line and the name line, so most people think it's an English card. And then they ask, what does it do? And they can't read what it does.
If you kept going down this way, it's not...
And Titanic Ultimatum, the finisher. Thanks for watching CMDR Decks. Please subscribe.